Hey, what's up guys? I'm Justin. Thank you for being a little patient on this one. As you can hear, I'm still a little bit congested. I'm just getting over a sinus infection, an ear infection, and my brother's wedding was last week all at the same time. Whew! There is going to be spoilers going forward, so if you guys don't want to see that, obviously click away. Nevertheless, today I'm going to be giving you my review for Terminator Dark Fate. So Terminator Dark Fate is a requel, I guess you would say, to Terminator 2 Judgment Day, forgetting all the events of Rise of the Machines, Salvation, Genesis, and the Sarah Connor Chronicles. So through the power and magic of amazing CGI, John Connor and Linda Hamilton are just sitting on a beach in Guatemala in 1998, chilling, having drinks. Well, I'm guessing John's having soda or something like that. But up out of the water comes Arnold. I guess Skynet sent multiple Terminators through before they were destroyed at the end of Terminator 2. Arnold, he just looks wonky. The other two actually look pretty damn good. But Arnold's body double, it doesn't look like the shape of Arnold. I'm sorry. So Arnold just takes out a shotgun and just wastes John Connor. What the hell? You're telling me 5 minutes into this movie, the whole mission of the second Terminator film, the most iconic one in the history of this entire series, you just completely kill. I don't get that about movies. Like, if you're going to reboot stuff that is stupid, like Halloween rebooted 3, 4, 5, however many were after the first one. They rebooted all that because they knew it wasn't that good. I can understand if, like, Linda Hamilton's character, Sarah Connor, was forced to leave John, and that's what made John tough. I mean, Linda Hamilton, Sarah Connor, she was already tough as hell, but that would have kind of been interesting, like, at least somewhat good of a plot point. So I'm going to lay down the plot for you. In the year 2020, there's a girl named Danielle, or Danny Ramos. She is actually the target of this Rev 9 Terminator played by Gabriel Luna. A cybernetically enhanced soldier, Grace, is sent back in time to protect her. In a nutshell, someone is found to have a great impact on the future, a machine is sent back to destroy her, and a machine is sent back to protect her. How frickin' original, right? So what else is just a ripoff? Sarah Connor's character in this movie, I'm not gonna lie, she is very reminiscent of Jamie Lee Curtis's character in the Halloween reboot. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis's character wasn't really a badass in the original. She turned into that because of fear of Michael Myers. And in this one, Linda Hamilton, Sarah Connor, she was already a badass in the second one, but she's still an old badass in this one, and they're rebooting this to get rid of the other movies, so it sort of feels the same with her character. Gabriel Luna's Terminator, he's a cybernetic endoskeleton and a liquid metal exoskeleton. Liquid metal or nanobits. It looked maybe like it could have been a combination of the two. But what is that similar to? TX in Terminator 3, besides the fact that the TX couldn't really make copies of itself. Alright, now we have Grace, the enhanced soldier that was sent back in time. She's a really cool character in this movie. She's also just a knockoff of Marcus Wright from Terminator Salvation. So if you're wondering how the hell these Terminators are getting sent back in time if Skynet was destroyed at the end of T2 Judgment Day, well, how about this? Skynet was destroyed, but that didn't stop Legion from being born. Yes, another company that makes cybernetically enhanced machines and just machines in general. Like, I don't get it. James Cameron is involved with this movie to some extent. I really liked Alita Battle Angel. It was not perfect, but it was a very good film by him and Robert Rodriguez. Director Tim Miller did this, the guy who did Deadpool, and honestly, it felt very much like Deadpool. The reason why Deadpool shined was it was a very generic plot. It was a play off of all the superhero movies that are out there, but you had a mark with the mouth. Deadpool is the one that sold that movie and made that movie. With this, it's the same thing, a generic plot, but no one that really makes the movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Linda Hamilton are very good in this film, but it still doesn't distract us enough from the crappy plot. It's funny because all these actors and actresses in the film did a pretty good job. Gabriel Luna was definitely menacing. I loved him as Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And also Diego Boneta was in this film as Danny's brother. Yeah, I didn't care about him. He died, whatever. No one cried. Grace, played by Mackenzie Davis, the half human, half cyborg, she did a good job too. It was really cool to see a balance between human emotions and kind of robotic responses. They even touched upon her backstory a little bit, and I was totally about that, but again, it's just a copy off of Marcus Wright. Natalia Reyes says Danny, or should I just say John Connor version 2. Like, that was the dumbest thing in this film. Like, dumber than killing off John Connor. Like, okay. Even Linda Hamilton says, she's looking at Danny in the eye, she's like, she's John. Like, are you going to go the whole Gotham route? In Gotham, I actually didn't mind it. It made sense. But in Gotham, they thought of Joker more or less as an idea. Like, there can be multiple Jokers out there. Is that what they're going to... They're trying to do that with this one. They're trying to say there can be multiple John Connors, multiple saviors of the future. So is that what all these other movies are just going to be? Manhunt movies over and over again? Oh, this person's dead, so a new hero pops up. That person's dead, new hero pops up. Arnold Schwarzenegger, I actually loved his character in this movie. They did give all the other females the time to shine in the first half of the film. Arnold comes in the second half, and what they did with this character, some people hate it, which I understand, but I actually didn't mind it because he's living a more human-style life. Dude has a family now. Like, you might think it's really goofy for a machine to have a family, but in Terminator 2, he says he's a learning computer, so you would think eventually he would learn certain things. I mean, there's probably something in the Terminator timeline that conflicts with that, and I'm just not thinking about it, so be it. But dude, that whole exchange with Arnold talking about drapes and they have to have polka dots or teddy bears on them. Like, I was dying. Linda Hamilton, Sarah Connor, she's still the badass from Terminator 2, but she lost her son. So she's even more pissed off now at Terminators. But honestly, if she didn't come back for this movie, I really think this movie would have done way, 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 way worse in the box office than it already has. At the end of the day, Arnold's Terminator was destroyed, Gabriel Luna's Rev 9 was destroyed, and they had this, like, wacky time travel ending. It just really didn't do it for me. It was lazily done. The whole movie in general was sloppy. Also, the CGI was wonky at times. Like, even my friend next to me who saw the movie with me, he's just like, dude, I miss practical effects. Like, how cool would it have been? They even did a shot in the beginning where these robots are coming out of the water on the beach, and they just look rubbery. Like, why do robots who are supposed to be very robotronic look rubbery? And, like, there's multiple scenes where Gabriel Luna's Terminator or Rev 9 is running around, and he just looks super wonky. Like, I don't know why movies are rushing to pump these out or just saying, screw it, we'll just fix it with CGI. It really shows a lot of these effects look lazy. Not all of it looks bad, some of it looks decent, but there's a lot of times where it's heavily noticeable. Like, how do you make John Connor and Linda Hamilton look so good in this movie, but a lot of the other action CGI just looks like crap? I will say, the casting was really well done. The action sequences, that little chase you see at the very beginning of the Dark Fate trailer, that really delivered and was really cool. Seeing that flashback sequence with Linda Hamilton and Edward Furlong, that was what's up until they killed him. But the one thing that I'm thinking of is, okay, Edward Furlong, what was he supposed to be, like 12 or 13 in Terminator 2? Like, if he was 15 or 16, wouldn't he have looked a little bit different? Like, maybe a little bit taller, maybe some stubble? I'm 15 and 16, it's... I don't know. He should have looked a little bit older. He looked exactly the same as he did in Terminator 2. Surprisingly, this one is not the worst in the Terminator franchise. Maybe I'll do a Terminator ranking later on. But I will say this. Don't see this movie in theaters. Don't give them the satisfaction of giving them more money and thinking about making another Terminator film. No. It already tanked in the box office, so let's just make this movie tank even more. Wait for it to come out on DVD or download, or if you're that desperate, watch a cam rip or something like that. I don't know. If you're really wanting to see it in theaters, go see it on like $5 Tuesday or something. The Terminator franchise is done with. It's trash now. At least we have the first two films. Guys, check out the extended version of the second film. You won't regret that. Also, I was talking to my buddy. I said I would rather see a video game or something. And sure enough, there's a Terminator video game coming out next month, and it actually doesn't look half bad. Terminator Dark Fate gets a 5 out of 10.